If you're looking to get a skylight installed, here are a few things that you should know before you get started in your search. By the end of this video, you'll have learned about skylight leaks, when you should replace a skylight, and who does skylight installations and repairs. Over the years, skylights have developed a pretty bad rap for cracking, leaking, and causing all sorts of damage. That reputation unfortunately comes from a bit of truth, as putting a skylight in your roof does open you up to a bit more risk of those things occurring, especially if it isn't done correctly. And that's the key right there. Skylights that have leaks and a lot of other issues occurring are usually done by an installer who's either an inexperienced roofer or one who doesn't perform a lot of skylight installations. So to answer the question that we're discussing here, skylights will leak if they're not installed correctly or into the manufacturer's specifications. They won't leak on their own, however, unless something's wrong with them or the installation, so you should be picky when looking at contractors to install your skylight. If it isn't installed correctly and does leak, there's a chance that that will cause a lot of water damage to your roof, which can be a pretty expensive repair. So how long should you expect a skylight to last if it is installed correctly? That will depend on the material and the brand of skylight, but they should last between 10 and 30 years. Skylights made of more durable glass will last 20 to 30 years when installed correctly, while those constructed of acrylic will only get around a decade of life. So with that information, you should probably begin thinking about a skylight replacement a few years before its advertised lifespan runs up, as that's typically when you're going to start running into trouble. One common path that homeowners take is to have their skylights replaced as part of a larger roof replacement project. It makes sense from a logistical standpoint, because to replace the skylight, you're probably going to have to tear off some of the roofing material. So if the material is already off, it allows for the skylights to be swapped out far easier than if you did them separately. For the most part, you can have your skylight installed by a window company or a roofing company. Skylights are essentially windows in the middle of your roof, so it makes sense that either could be qualified for the job. However, I might be biased, but I will say that I think using a roofing contractor for the work is going to be a better option than using a window company. Roofing companies have lots of experience working on roofs and also have the knowledge of how to properly take off and replace the shingles around the skylight area. So if you get a quality roofing company to do your skylight installation, you can be sure that they'll know how to put back what they have to take off to put the skylight in. Now that you've learned some more about skylight installations, I hope you're starting to feel more confident in taking the next steps in your roofing process. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.